First thing first, open your browser, type in the word NYSED, and upon that you're going to see like it brings out this, but for me it's already automatic, so that's why. And then you're going to go straight to licensing because that's what today is all about. And upon clicking that, you go next to the next video, which is for license or the licensing body they have. And then we are going to go straight for nursing because that's what we are doing today. And then this information here is just a disclaimer to say, like, when you start your application, upon submitting, it takes 6 to 8 weeks, so you just have to wait for them. And after that, you have to call after 6 to 8 weeks. So it's just a little bit of like an update about what profession you're applying for in nursing. Are you applying for RN, CNO, and the rest? So I'm going to click in on the left hand side for RN professional nursing license, and this is just a general requirement here, which says like before you register, what you need to know and other details. So for here, you just have to be of good character, have a nursing license, make sure you have the child abuse and the infection control. Then the amount for the registration, online registration, is 143 USD. That's why I paid. And also for those who saw the limited permit, those are for those in the US already. Yeah, that's not for you to pay. And also if you want a refund, they actually refund you too. Then moral character, if you're an offender or if you ever pled guilty before. Then educational requirements are like your bachelor's degree in nursing, or if you have a diploma, or you're an LPN, just like that. And then they have specific courses that you have to fulfill, which is child abuse, it's a certificate course, and infection control. I'm going to give you guys another video in this same video on how to go about the certificates. And then you have to take the NCLEX exam. So beneath this particular page, there's a page where they actually specified pathways for nurses. So we're going to click on pathway 5 because that's for nurses who schooled outside the US. So for that, you're going to fill in an online application form where you have to pay the 143 USD. But before filling that, you have to first of all fulfill having the child abuse course I talked about, the certificate, and the infection control. Then you have to fill form 2, or you can do CGNFS to actually approve that your certificate is true. I did form 2, and for those who already have their license, you have to fill form 3 too. So for those without license, you don't have to fill form 3, but those with license have to fill both form 2 and form 3. So that's that for this section, and let's go to the other section. So this section is for those 2 certificates I talked about, which is for infection control and child abuse. For infection control and child abuse, you have to create an account with this body. They are actually registered by NYSED for us to take the certificate course from them. And then if you want COVID assistant relief, it's 5 USD off, so I advise you take that. Then after that, you come here, you fill in for RN for New York, and then they give you the 2 courses you are meant to do. One is 2 hours, and infection control is 4 hours. With child abuse is 2, infection control is 4. This is an insight about how it actually looks like. So you have to really study the outline and also the course content, and after which you take the test. So you have to score 90 and above. The first time I took it, I got 80, so I had to retake it, and it's a very good thing you can retake. After you pass, then you press to send your report to NYSED, and then upon that, you can actually save them. As you can see, I took it on the 10th of February last year, so mine is still valid. On the 20th of February. So here you see I got 100 in infection control, and child abuse I got 92%. So you have to have 90% and above. And also you have to save the file yourself too, although they would send you the file, but you have to save it and put in a PDF Word, because in the next section you have to upload it while sending. So now we are at NYSED of online application. So here you just click on the first link, it takes you to the website. Then you apply for a new license, and begin application. Here you have to fill in every single details. Where you have to put no, you put no, and where you have to put yes, you put yes. So, and your full names has to be the same names that are on your certificate. Do not make mistakes. So unless if you're married and you've changed your name, you have to specify somewhere in the documents. But if you're single like me, this is for you too. So you just have to fill in your details. And if you have further questions, feel free to drop your comments in the comment section, and also you can send me an email because I'll reply you ASAP unless otherwise. Yeah. So the next section here is going to be about the personal data information and also education information. This part is just more of, are you paying for child support? Are you disabled? This is like personal health questions. Do you feel like you have criminal charges, or do you have criminal charges and any other thing? And also, do you have a license in the US or not? And then this other part is for the educational section part is for you to list out the schools you've attended, both your primary, secondary school, and post-secondary school. And you also have to put the date the degree was awarded, or the date the certificates were awarded. So, for example, if your certificates were awarded in 2005, you have to state the month and the year, and also the type of certificate you acquired. So if you acquired high school leaving certificate, it has to be high school. If you acquired senior high school, just like that, you just have to specify. Then as for university, shout out to 100 Shifan-US students. Yeah, shout out to you guys. So I'm here repping. Yeah, I'm just playing. Yes, so what the name of your school, you just have to fill it there, the month you started, the year you graduated, and also the major. Then you also have to fill in the name in the original language. So if it's in Chinese, you put in Chinese. If it's in English, you put it in English. Then the next section here is for you're uploading your passport, and also for the 2 certificates which I talked about, and your nursing degree. Then you just have to click some other personal questions, and then you start uploading. So during the process of uploading, if you're uploading your international passport, you have to state it there. When you upload, please write the description international passport data page. Don't make that mistake of putting just passport. Same thing if you're uploading your NYSCD certificates, don't forget to put infection control. Then if the next one is for child abuse, you also have to put it. Then about your ethnicity, your race, those things are actually specified there. So you can see I didn't put mine, so because this is just a video and I'm doing a voiceover, so that's why I'm emphasizing on it too. And then after uploading this part, make sure you're sure, then you click your gender and also your ethnicity. That's that. Then you submit for this particular session. Then the next session is just going through everything you filled online to be sure, like, oh yeah, I really filled the exact thing and I did not do too much, or I didn't make any spelling errors, which is why this is why you have to do an overlook of everything you filled. So while we are waiting for that, I'm just going to fast forward the video a little bit so we don't end up getting stuck in one page. Yeah, so here, this is like the overview I mentioned earlier on. You just have to look at if you provided your phone number, what kind of details did you provide? Did you answer yes, no? Did you fill in everything properly? And if you did that, yeah, you're good to go. But if you didn't, then you have to go back and emphasize on, yes, I did this properly, so you know which and which you didn't put in. And then the last section here is for payment and submission. So you have to sign your name. If you filled in whatever name you filled in, that's what name you're going to sign in. And also you're going to put an affidavit. It's still the same thing. You're just signing your name to show, like, okay, I acknowledge what the documents are true and I can be penalized. So you have to make sure, like, everything are true. Everything you're saying is true. Yeah. Then the last section here is for payment. Then after you pay, your application goes. So they give you your application number, and that's it for this particular session. So you pay and you're good to go. So now back to the order section. the last session for this video is sending the forms physically through DHL or EMS or any service. So you have two forms to fill, form 2 and form 3. Form 2 is your educational details, and then your school has to also fill. So you have a part to fill and your school has a part to fill. You can either send your document by CGFNS or you can send directly to NYSCD. So I choose to send directly to NYSCD, which I clicked on form 3. Form 3 is for those with license. So those who have their license, so they have to fill the first part, your name, the license details, and also what are you applying for. Are you applying for a registered nurse or you're applying for an LPN or CNO, just like that. Different strokes for different folks. So I take for registered nurse. You fill everything that you're sure of and everything you have to be sure. I keep emphasizing on correct details. Make sure you don't skip anything. And then you also have to give your school, like the dean of your school has to sign, put her signature and her phone number. So in case you're not in China or you're not where you are, so you just have to do your part, which is step 1. This is section 1, and then the school has to do the rest. So when sending this document, you are not to send this document by yourself. It has to be sent through the school. So you have to tell the school, please send this document for me to NYSCD. Their address and everything is below, so you would see it below the form. So they have to send it towards that place, and then you've sent your document. So as for form 3, this is what form 3 looks like. So we have to move to form 2, which is for those who do not have license. And then it's just the same thing. You fill, your school fills and all that. So basically the two forms are the same, but just that since those of us who schooled here in China do not have our licenses, so you don't have to fill form 3, you just have to fill form 2. So I think this is basically everything. Then after filling it, your school has to send, and then the licensing body has to send. And then after 6 weeks to 8 weeks, you can now email NYSCD to ask for an update about your application, which is what I did. And I will be telling you guys in the next video how it went for me. Thank you so much for tuning in and for watching this video. Do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and also tell a friend to tell a friend. I made a video for nurses without license. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.